into this modern game playing red, white cats. Don't forget to check out coolstuffinc.com. Use the link in the description below, the code KENOBI. Check out to get 5% off your order, and it helps to support the show. Beyond that, deck list in the description below. Round 1, we're going to go Ragavan into MH3 or Ajani. We've got 4 lands, which is a lot. This is close to a mulligan, I think, but we have 3 powerhouses, so we'll keep it. I'll put a link to the deck list in the description below. We're playing a version of what a patron Acorn was calling, I was going to say Yes Panda, because I read my opponent's name as I was trying to talk. They call this Kitty Maul. The idea is to maul your opponent with kitties. I can't say what I think the deck should be called until we're 90 seconds into the video, because YouTube will demonetize me. It's not a million miles away from some red-white energy decks that I've seen people playing that I think Aspiring Spikes was pretty hot in the format, but truth be told, we're really in on the cap, especially Ocelot Pride, which is one of our powerful 1-drops that makes our deck soft as fuck to both Bowmasters and Red and 6. We've drawn a Bushwhacker, which is pretty decent. That's another innovation, I'm going to call it, in our red-white aggro deck that we are playing. Here comes Ragavan, Modern Horizons 3. Modern Horizons 2, sorry. We are full gamut of all sorts of stuff on Modern Horizons 2 and 3. Do we have any Modern Horizons 1 cards on our deck? We might do. I can't remember. Our opponent has played Blackcleave Cliffs after fetching a Blood Crypt untapped on our end step and casts nothing. We're in combat right now, so I'm going to guess this is Indomitable Creativity or something if they're not doing much. I'm assuming they got a removal spell before we get into combat with them, which Goblin Bombardment. We're going to go to combat and attack without revealing our hand as to what we are. They could still think we're on, like, Burn, for instance. We don't want them to know that we've got cats, for example. Bowmaster. Bowmaster. It is a problem for our deck. Our deck is really bad into Bowmaster. Second main, we're just going to go Arid Mesa. Get ourselves a Plains. We'll go ahead and cast an Amped-Raptor here. Amped-Raptor will find Bomat Courier, which we'll cast. Not great into the Growing Board state, evidently. I feel deflated every time I play into Bowmaster, which is really funny because I've played a lot of stuff over the last week, and I haven't seen a huge amount of Bowmaster, but the moment that I'm playing a deck full of X1s, oh boy, is Bowmaster just omnipresent. Bowmaster in Creativity, Bowmaster in Jund, Bowmaster in Scam. You name it, I've played it and it's had fucking Bowmaster in it. This is a Burning Inquiry Bowmaster deck. Is this Hollow one with Bowmaster? This triggers Bowmaster too. Oh boy, that's not good. Also, we discarded all of our lands. All of them. So we lose our board state. That's a pretty insane combo that I've never really thought about before. They're playing Grief, Wheel of Potential, Burning Inquiry, Bowmaster. Wow. So I think we lose here. This seems to be probably one of the worst matchups imaginable if they're going to be actually forcing us to draw off the Bowmaster. Like, I'm not sure if it could be worse. I really wish we'd played the Goblin Bombardment now so we could play Ajani and flip it. But alas, dear Horatio. Is Horatio a Shakespeare thing? That's just not what we're doing. If we draw a land, we can go Guide of Souls into Ajani, which is pretty good. Especially they've got very fuck all in hand. So land would be lovely. Just one more land. Get us to that 3 land drop thing. A mountain or a red source. Preferable, but I'll take a plane. Okay, we did it. We actually did it. Shock, horror. Color me absolutely surprised. They have mana up, so they could have any number of things here. I'm going to shock this in, so we've got double red for the Bushwhacker later. Here's a Guide of Souls. Hoping they don't have a Fatal Push or whatever here. Ajani, they probably kill the Guide of Souls if they have a removal spell. They don't want us to have more energy, I guess. Well, they didn't have a removal spell for the Guide of Souls. They might just kill the Ajani instead then. Ajani will make an extra body, a cat, which they do not want to attack into if they can help it, because that will flip Ajani. We'll gain 2 life off of that and pass back to our opponent and see what they've got. 2 cards in hand, 2 mana up. They're playing Aether Hub as well for some sort of splash. I wonder what that's for. I guess it's just to generate energy for the the Wheel of Misfortune or whatever. It's going to cast Burning Inquiry again, so that's cool and everything. They only have 3 triggers here for Bowmaster, so they only get to kill the cat and the Ajani, I guess. If they stack this wrong, the cat will die first, which would be pretty funny. I think they stacked it wrong. They put 2 points onto Ajani. And 1 point to my face. Okay, so Ajani will die, which is fine. We've got an Ajani in hand, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We lost Bushwhacker, though. They have a 7/7 where we're blocking every turn now. They get into the red zone, and we throw a cat under the bus. I can't believe I've never seen Burning Inquiry plus Bowmaster before. I'm actually somewhat impressed. They play Chthonian Nightmare. Jesus Christ. Must be nice. Must be nice to absolutely dismantle what we're up to and have all the toys. Here comes Grief. Fine. We can still play through this, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we can. They're going to take the Ajani from my hand, I assume. Although Unstable Amulet would be good as it stops us from having card draw, essentially. But they take the Ajani. We're going to have to draw Ocelot Pride, so we will be making a cat off that this turn. We're going to go Arena of Glory, Unstable Amulet, which will ETB and get us 2 energy. And then we're going to activate the Unstable Amulet, paying 2 energy into it to find a snow-covered mountain. Can only cast spells, can't play cards. We'll play the Ocelot then. It will trigger Guide of Souls and get us a life, get us an energy. We'll move to combat. Guess we're double blocking the Grief this turn. That's 10 damage coming. They're also just playing Chthonian Nightmare, resetting their Bowmaster into play and killing our Ocelot, so... yeah, not great. End of turn, we'll make a creature. It'll gain us a life. It'll get us an energy. We don't have City's Blessing, so we don't get 2 cats there. Go to 13. So we can take a hit for 10. But then we're also very low on gas ourselves. They cast an Amped Raptor. Pretty good magic card, I've heard. Partial to myself. They just hit Chthonian Nightmare anyway. Never fucking punished, am I right? They can now Bowmaster my Ocelot Pride dead. Just feels like they're a better version of us. They kill my Pride. Yeah, okay. We'll go to blocks and block with this cat. Go to 10. And they play Nightmares again. Yeah, reset the Bowmaster for an Amped Raptor. Make some energy. Yeah, seems pretty decent. Make some energy. They don't get to play the card because it's not cast from hand. Okay, we get to untap again. We're on 10. We've still got life gain on board. We've got Arena of Glory. We've got a Mog War Marshal, which makes us a load of bodies here. Let's activate Unstable Amulet. What do we find off the amulet? We find a static prison, which is definitely a thing. So we'll go Mog War Marshal. And so gain us a life, gain us an energy, make a body, gain us a life, gain us an energy. I guess I'm putting counters on the Guide of Souls this turn, just swinging in the air. We got to finish them at some point. We're going to go to combat attack. We're going to say yes to this trigger from the guide itself and put the counters onto guide, so it's just hard for them to ever kill it with all these fucking Bowmaster triggers. Hit them for 3 in the air, and then we're going to cast the prison for 1 white mana. That'll ping them for 1. Now, we can exile any one of their creatures. We can chump the Orc Army token forever, and they're going to get an Orc Army off the Bowmaster anyway. So I think we eat either the Grief because we can't block it. That's what we do. They've got to sack the prison unless you're paying energy every turn. There's an argument that paying energy next turn is bad because then we can't use our Unstable Amulet. Oh, we've got 4 energy because this ETB makes 2 energy as well. Okay, that's pretty good. It's quite a strong overing effect for 1 mana, but it does have an upkeep cost essentially. So they can still loot these Bowmasters, which I guess kills our Goblin tokens. That's a thing that happens. They go to combat and attack us. We're going to block the 8/8. Take 2 and go to 10. They're going to get the Bowmaster back and ping down our War Marshal, I guess, maybe. Shoot our face. Just going to shoot our face. Okay. Make their 8/8 and 9/9. We're going to untap. Do I pay the Echo here? Doing a lot else with my mana. Let's say okay. Pay the Echo. We draw an Arena of Glory. We're going to pay an energy into our Static Prison. Down to 3 energy. Activate Unstable Amulet. Underneath it is a Ragavan, which will cast for a red. Is it worth us dashing it? Can we dash it? We can dash it. Is it worth us dashing it? We can just cast it with the Arena of Glory. So it's going to enter the battlefield. It's going to trigger and ping them for 1. It's going to have haste. We're going to play our other Arena of Glory. We're going to get into the red zone. I guess if they go Chthonian, sack Bowmaster, get back Amped Raptor, Chthonian, sack Amped Raptor, get back Bowmaster. That kills the War Marshal. Well, I don't think we care. We're going to slam it with the Ragavan. If they trade with the Bowmaster, I think we're okay with that. Oh no, we get to hit them, get a treasure, hopefully find a Bowmaster of our own. No, we found a fucking Bloodstained Mire. If that was our own Bowmaster to shoot their Bowmaster, that would have been so unbelievably good. Oh boy. Bowmaster plus Guide of Souls seems pretty strong actually. We should, that's something I need to play. Black-white energy. They're going to go to combat and swing. We're going to go to blocks and block the 9/9, evidently. They got 4 cards in hand now. What the hell are they doing with themselves over there? So we take 1 going to 9, then we make a Goblin of the War Marshal, which triggers the Giver of Souls, Guide of Souls, should I say. I can call it Giver of Souls. We got up to 3 energy. We hope they don't kill our Guide of Souls at some point. It's kind of keeping us in the game right now. They're paying 3 mana. Is this like a K command, a Croaks? What the hell is this? So Wheel of Potential. I read it earlier. Get 3 energy, then pay X energy. Each player may exile their hand and draw X cards. If X is 7 or more, you may lay your own exile this way into end. Okay, so they're going to exile 3 of their cards. We're not going to draw any cards because of Bowmaster. Giving them God knows how many. X equals 8. So they're going to draw 8 cards. We're going to say no, because 8 cards will be bad. 8 Bowmaster triggers will be bad. Very, very bad. They've drawn 8 cards. Quite frankly, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. They can now play Chthonian Nightmare from the exile zone that they put there from their hand. Their deck is sweet. Well, they just play a second Bowmaster. Okay. Kill our Ragavan. Fair enough. We're going to untap with like 1 billion mana. So we have to hit like spells off of our Unstable Amulet. And so we found Static Prison. Okay. We're going to keep paying into this prison. I'm going to activate this one, this Unstable Amulet to go look in. What do we find? Snow-covered plains. Oh, no, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. We'll just play a Static Prison then. I guess it's time to remove the 10-10 from the equation. Okay, go to combat. In for 3. The fact that they're playing Not Dead after all, meaning they can sack their Bowmasters to their Chthonian Nightmares and then res the Bowmasters, is pretty good. That's pretty strong. We'll take them to 5. We have whiffed hard on some of these draws because we only play 18 lands. Yeah, not great. Not great. So they attack for 2. We don't block the Bowmasters because they've got access to Not Dead after all. So we're going to take 2 here. Go to 8. They are dying to our flyer if they haven't got a removal spell. Are they not playing Fatal Push or Bolt? Well, Bolt doesn't do anything to our 3-4 anymore. Like, double Burning Inquiry would be bad. Maybe they play a third Bowmaster, cast Burning Inquiry, shoot us for 9. That would be pretty funny. I wouldn't enjoyed it, but, you know, it is what it is. They've cast a Sheoldred, which is not great for us, honestly. And a Stitch of Supply. Now, look, they're on 5. If I can generate 1 more energy, I kill them in the air. So I'm not going to pay for Static Prison unless the card I draw is really, really important. Ragavan. So we lose 2 life here. And now they actually get to take the Ragavan from our hand before we can cast it, which is pretty brutal. So we're going to say okay and no, because we want to hit a 2-body creature off the Unstable Amulet, really. So give them the grief back. They take the Ragavan. Don't give them the grief. Play the Ragavan. Get an energy. Still be able to activate Amulet. I think we do pay to prevent the sacking of that one. And then say no to this one. The reason being, we can give it haste with Arena of Glory. So we're going to cast a hasted Ragavan. That's 4 damage on board right now. We gain an energy. We're going to activate this. I guess we need to hit Amped Raptor. If I'd attacked earlier on the turn I didn't, with Guide of Souls, we would have been laughing. Okay, cast Ocelot Pride. Ping them for 1. Oh god, that takes them to 4. They're dead. Oh, they have 2 blockers. They're not dead. Yeah, if I'd attacked earlier with my Guide of Souls, there's a turn where I just didn't attack, and I should have done. Absolutely should have done. In for 3. There's no reason to slam a jam with these 2. Take them to 1. If we had just hit a fucking spell instead of a mountain on that, or a plains on that turn. Okay, so we're now going to go City's Blessing, making 2 cats, making a load of energy. And then we've just got to survive through them untapping with all these cards. We're on 10 life, 3 energy. They're going to go to 3 from the Sheoldred. If they cast a wheel, they're going to gain a lot of life. A wheel is basically game over. Unstable Amulet from our opponent. Okay, so they don't have a wheel, because I feel like they would have wheeled anyway. Activate their Amulet, they find Burning Inquiry. Burning Inquiry is very good here. It's 6 damage from the Bowmasters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they just kill all my bodies and then attack me, right? And I die. They're gonna bow. Oh, they had a 3rd Bowmaster before the Burning Inquiry. Okay. Well, the moment they cast Burning Inquiry, just go to post ball. But if I had swung earlier, we would have got there. So that's my fault. The deck has legs, and I am bad at Magic. Okay, the deck is very sweet, though. I kind of really want to play it. Right, let's win our post-board game. So, what do we have access to? We've got pro-red creatures and pro-black creatures with Sanctifier and en-Vec. That seems pretty good. We've got Anthems to help against the pingers. That seems pretty good. I'm going to bring in my anti-grind tech, which is, if they're a heavy removal-based deck, we're going to jolt it to wake our creatures back. That's that other bit of plan there. And then I guess we're might have to kill Sheoldreds, so we might have to switch out our bolts for Lightning Bolt, for Galvanic just charges. The upside to that is that it generates more energy. I wonder if we should be on 4 instead of Amulet. Amulet was very good that game, even if we did whiff a little bit. And that's it, right? We haven't seen much else from them, so we're bringing in those 6 cards. We're going to trim 1 Pride, 1 Ragavan. We're just trimming things that died to the X1. Actually, you know what? We'll keep those in, because we're bringing in stuff to try and keep them alive anyway. Bushwhacker needs to be kicked, so it's not good at being reanimated. We'll cut our Bushwhackers for now. We'll cut 1 Felia, 2 Bowmat Couriers, because that's going to be bad if we're a deck playing a load of creatures, and yeah, bring Felia back in. Okay, that's our deck. Let's go. We have got a terrible hand, double mountain, double white spell. 1 mana, guide. I'm not for giving that a go. Let's put Amtrapped on the bottom for now. We're going to go get a Sacred Foundry, and we're hopefully going to draw a second land. Next turn, that would be pretty sweet, going guide to guide on turn 2. Here's a guide. Big fan of this guide card. Never been a fan of Soul Sisters as a design space in the past, but this thing is sweet. They're going to play Aether Harp. They're going to have a 1 mana removal spell straight up. That'd be very sad for us. They're just going to evoke a Grief and then res it, right? Oh, we're just going to get scammed. Oh, this is so cringe. I hate it. I really do. The same shit all the fucking time, isn't it? Like, all the cool new Modern Horizons 3 stuff, and we're still playing against Bowmaster Grief. It's just like, come on. Like, I'm not saying my opponent is cringe, by the way. I'm just saying the fact that the format still has this shit in it. Mainly Grief. Grief is pretty egregious and pretty fucking stupid. Take a guide, sure. Makes sense. And they not deserve it after all. Yep. Cool. They played a lot of cards to do that. They take the Static Prison now, I assume. They'll take the Galvanic Discharge, actually. Took both our guides, so we're not doing the multiple guide plan. We untap and we draw a Mog War Marshal, which is pretty bad. I guess we just kill the only thing they've got. Cool, we lose a life. And then we go to the red zone, attack them. They've got 3 cards in hand. They spent a lot of resources to get there, right? They pitched the Bowmaster, they cast the Not Dead after all. It did remove all of our game plan and still cost us a removal spell. So, like, we're not up. I have to say we're quite firmly fucking down on that exchange. They play an Amped Raptor, which we can't attack into. Gives them 2 energy, they hit Grief. They can't cast Grief, so that's nice. Their deck flustered and fucked there. We'd love to draw a land to play this Mog War Marshal. That'd be the sweet spot. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. Moggy. Can't you see all the things you're doing to me? Make another Gobbo. Gain some life. Gain some energy. No attacks because they have First Strike, and we value our Guide of Souls highly. They play a Blackcleave Cliffs. They cast Galvanic Discharge on our guide. Okay. We untap. We're not paying that Echo. We'll let the Mog go. Because we want to play whatever we draw, which is going to be an Ajani, hopefully. Goblin Bombardment. Not the worst. Allows the, flip an Ajani, deal with their X1s. Deal with an Orcish Bowmaster pretty cleanly with one of our tokens. They get in for 2 here. We're going to keep our tokens around to swing back and try and race them if they haven't got much else. They've only got 2 cards in hand. I guess it's more removal. That's probably why they're not doing anything, right? We draw an Unstable Amulet, which is pretty good here. So let's make an Unstable Amulet. Triggers and makes us 2 energy on 4 energy. I'm not going to activate it here because we don't have the mana to get where we need to go. Do 2 damage to them, putting them to 16. No Bowmaster from them yet. You probably want to fire this off before they go Chthonian Nightmare, sack the Amp Trap to get Grief back and take it out of our hand anyway. Like, being Hellbent is probably better in this matchup, it seems. We'll take 2. Our bodies are valuable thanks to the fact that we've got a Anthem in our deck, even if we have put Bushwhacker into the sideboard. Okay, he's played draw, so he discards 3. So we find an Ajani. I'm not mad about that at all. Okay, we find a Plains. I shouldn't have played the Plains there. I should have activated my Amulet instead. Here is Ajani. We can flip it at instant speed, and it exiles itself to do so, by the way. They're going to kill it in response to the trigger. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay. We're going to kill the Amped Raptor with the Ajani then. Shame about the trigger, really, but there we go. In for 2. We want to use Unstable Amulet when we have a land drop available, if we hit a land, for example. I guess we can play it next turn, can't we, actually? I didn't realise it was not until end of turn. It's 2 exile another thing with it. So that's not terrible. Here's a Grief. Sure. Now we're both shields down. If we find a Ajani, that'd be so good. Right, so we untap and we draw Philia, which isn't terrible. We're going to activate Unstable Amulet. Find an Arid Mesa, play it. We'll go to combat attack with our Cat Warrior token. Philia can flicker the Unstable Amulet too, which is pretty decent. Take them to 12. Clearing their board when they're playing Chthonian Nightmares is probably what we want to be doing. But also, I don't want to I want to just clear up all our tokens to kill their stuff and leave them with no clock on board, They attack us with 2 3/2s here. We're going to just say no blocks and take 3 and go to 9. End of turn, we'll crack Mesa and grab a Sacred Foundry tapped. And we'll make a Philia. They've got 1 card in hand, and they scoop to the Philia. The power of Philia. Sick. Okay. Oh, rough getting scammed, but we actually got there. This hand is a 1-lander again, so we're going to be mulliganing this. If it was a red-white land, I'd consider it, but I don't think we can. This is a hand that can't cast either of these. We can put one of them back and keep it for the guide plus no Ajani, I think. We'll go... I'll put the Galvanic Discharge back in the library, just because we've got double guide. We're probably getting scammed. No, we're not getting scammed. Okay, that's a relief in some ways. Although they scammed us last game and we won, so maybe I should be asking to get scammed. Okay, Path to Exile to stop a scam. We'll go guide first. We'll develop our board state. Ask if they've got an Unholy Heat, a Fatal Push, or a Bolt. We didn't see any of that stuff from them in game 1 or 2. They crack on our end step. They find a Blood Crypt, and they don't shock it in, so they don't have a instant speed removal spell. We know they're playing Galvanic Burn, the energy one. Nothing from them. They might be holding the removal spell for the Ajani or similar. They might not feel that the guide is relevant enough. Now, the Sanctifier does turn off the scam lines, and the Not Always Dead, and most of the Cathonia lines too. So I think we need to play it before they Burning Inquiry us, basically. I think they've got Bowmaster, so I won't be swinging my guide into them, because they can then ping it and trade the token with the guide, and that's bad. We want to swing when we've got, like, energy enough to make it into a flyer if we're going to do that. So no swings into open Bowmaster mana. And they Bowmaster, as expected. They're going to untap and probably cast Burning Inquiry, and then that's going to kill our guide, but we've got a Sanctifier and en-Vec in play, so... You know, that's a big problem for them. Outside of Edicts, they probably aren't going to deal with that. They could have access to Shielded Edict. That's a card that people have played in Modern in the past. It's not unusual. Amped Raptor. They're trying to find Burning Inquiry with this, are they? They hit another Amped Raptor. So they get a load of energy and a load of 2/1 first strikers, which isn't bad. Our pro-red creature's pretty good into that, though. We're going to path this... Hopefully path the Bowmaster in response to a Burning Inquiry if we hit a third land and can develop our board state alongside keeping path up. We did. So, we're going to go ahead and get a Sacred Foundry, pay 2 life. We're going to go white. I guess we're going to go Ajani. We'll make Mog War Marshal here. Oh no, but we don't want to discard Ajani, do we? If they inquiry us. So here's an Ajani, which will trigger and give our guide the ability to fly this turn. So we start up the clock, trigger, say yes, put 2 counters on it, give it a flying counter, turn into an angel for the rest of the game. Hit him for 3. And then we're just keeping up path for that Bowmaster. God, there are points in this game where I felt like we were never winning. And in reality, the first game was really close if I hadn't been like a fucking idiot and actually attacked our opponent. This is just a shielded. I probably have to path that if I'm honest. I cannot let that live. Because like we have other answers to Bowmaster in our deck. We have loads of removal, to be fair. They fail to find a land, which is super interesting. We untap and we draw a Plains. So I think we just go as hard as we can. We play another guide. We play a Mog War Marshal, which is going to give us 4 energy. We go to 23, 24. We go to combat. We swing with Guide of Souls, and we swing with a Cat token. Cat token's a pretty good blocker, though, to be fair. But if I make it flying, they've got to deal with it. If they deal with it, it flips Ajani. That's my logic. Yeah, sure. Trigger here. Say yes. Put it on the Cat Warrior. Can't say yes to the other one. That's 7 damage in the air. Now, we've still got them just going Bowmaster, Burning Inquiry. Because their plan could have been Bowmaster, Shielded, Bowmaster, then cast their wheel or their Inquiry, right? That could have been what they're setting up for. The wheel doesn't scare me that much here. Costs them 3 mana, draws them a load of cards, but we get to untap with what is looking to be quite a crazy board situation. They're paying 3 mana. Is this a wheel? Yeah, allow them to draw 5 cards. Deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Okay, so that's going to kill everything except for our flyer and our Sanctifier. Oh, if we'd grown Ajani, he would have survived it. Because he would have been an X4. That's something to think of in future. Still, we have a very good board state into them. If we play 1 more creature, we actually have lethal? No, we have 7 damage on board if we play another creature. No, they give it up. Okay. We didn't get the Mog War Marshal death trigger, by the way, because the Sanctifier exiled our own Mog War Marshal, which is something to be important, be aware of in this matchup and this build. As you can see, our opponent's deck was sweet, But our deck was also quite sweet. Modern is kind of wildly open for brewing right now if you're willing to play within this new block constructed style format that is all the Modern Horizons 3 stuff. I think it's very, very fun. I think a lot of the cards are cool and interesting and lead to very interesting games of Magic. Like there, I did get on tilt about being scammed for the 1 millionth time, but it's still really fun, like, and close and interesting. So I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm just desensitized to the whole Modern Horizons like power creep thing anyway. This is just how Modern is now and has been for like, 4.5 years or whatever it's approaching. Yeah, it's a weird one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is just one round of the match today because I didn't have a lot of time to record today. There'll be more gameplay, more talking heads, and more videos about Magic the Gathering and Modern Horizons and Modern and all that good stuff and Commander going on the channel for the rest of the week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Ta-ta for now.